Feature 1 is here, so grab a drink and enter into the realms of the Jigsaw Chill Zone Puzzles Completions Gang. So here we are, and hello puzzling YouTubians, especially members of the Jigsaw Chill Zone Facebook group. So, my name is Mark, and here we are to start our interactive journey for all the members. You have to be in the Jigsaw Chill Zone Facebook group to enter, but anybody can enjoy it. Now, please remember, I've had this idea, but I'm not a presenter. I'm a quantity surveyor, and we won't go into that too much. So don't go saying, oh, he's not as good as Karen, because he's not going to be as good as Karen. But we'll try. So, let's go. So the idea for the whole thing. Well, as a kid, I used to do loads of jigsaws, love jigsaws, but haven't done any for quite a long time. Until just before all the virus, and we used to go around to Grandma's house, the Grandma Bo, as we might call her, but there's another story. Go around to her house and help her doing jigsaws, and we all enjoyed doing that. Then during the lockdown, we ended up getting some jigsaws from Grandma and different places, and doing them with kids, and we really loved it. Now, previously, myself and one of my sons had a YouTube channel. Oh yeah. Maybe more about that later. Totally different. But we really enjoyed doing the process of the channel. So I thought, is there any way I can incorporate jigsaws with the YouTube channel? Now, also, years ago, I was in a band. We used to write music. And so I do enjoy writing the music. So my initial idea was to do relaxing jigsaws with music that I write. So I looked on YouTube, and all the videos were like skittery and time lapse, and I thought, well, let's try and do something that's a little bit more relaxing. So hence I came up with the Jigsaw Chill Zone. Really enjoyed it all, and so I thought, can I combine all three, where we're doing jigsaws, which we enjoy, the editing process of the whole YouTube thing, which I enjoy, and writing music. So then we started the Facebook group to try and back up what we were doing with the music. I really enjoy being part of the community, the people who do jigsaws community. They are really nice people. So hence now I thought, why can't we do one step further? Instead of just having a Facebook group that people post a picture, why don't we try and do it that little bit further and have an interactive content with people? So they send stuff in, we talk about the person, bit where they come from, about the puzzle, maybe something else, but we're going to do it with a light-hearted touch. You'll get to know me as being quite light-hearted, and that's what we want from this. We just want the fun and enjoy. So in doing this interactive content, what hopefully might happen is that the whole community, the members of the Jigsaw Chill Zone, get to feel closer, and that we all glory and bathe in the sunlight of each other's success in doing puzzles. Some of them may be easy, some of them may be completely hard. Like Mark Manning, he always seems to just choose hard ones. Hello, Mark. So the whole essence of the Jigsaw Chill Zone is for us to all come together as a community, feel good about each other, and just these interactive ideas that I've got, this is the first of 4, are all tools to help bring us closer and enjoy each other's company. So just to get a bit of housework done, we've got a bit of catching up to do. To get to this point, we've had a few competition winners, and I'm going to give them a shout out now and basically say thank you for involvement early on. So during part A of one of the time-lapse with the music I've written episodes, there is a competition where words go across the bottom of the screen. Makes a sentence. The first one with a YouTube comment with that sentence wins a shout out on the next one. So episode 1 was obviously used just to set out the guidelines of the competition. Episode 2 was won by Rennie Den. Episode 3 was won by the Durkins. Episode 4 by Ricardo Lepac. And the next episode will be Lizzie Sanford. 3 of them people are members of the Jigsaw Chill Zone Facebook group. So the Puzzles Completions Gang is just basically a tool that we're going to use to try and show you guys off and the puzzles that we complete and stuff like that. So the more information that you can send in, the better it can be to talk about yourself, where you live, the puzzle, and give as much information as possible. I filled out a form. I've made a form that I've put up on the Facebook group, and you can find that here. The form looks like this, so it brings out and asks all sorts of questions. If you can think about anything else that you want to add, that would be great. And then also on top, what I've thought is, why don't we have photos that are not just regular photos of you stood with your puzzle. Let's also have them where you're in a strange place, taken a long way from where you did the puzzle. So maybe try and, if you're going off for the day and you're going 50 miles, take the photograph miles away from where you did the puzzle, in particularly beautiful locations. And then also a funny little one is if in the same shot you can have the puzzle at the front of the picture, but you're a long way from the puzzle, but you're still in focus so we can tell it's you, and take a photograph. What is the furthest distance that we can have with you from the puzzle? So you take your photograph, stride out and say, I was 40 yards away from the puzzle. Let's try it out. Let's see if we can have some fun with this. That's the Puzzles Completions Gang. Okay, so who gets to go on the Puzzles Completions Gang? We do a little draw. We've got a very swanky pyrex dish. Don't tell Mrs. Lady. At the moment, there are 5 people who have sent enough information in who I think we can make a decent feature of. If I've done it correctly, there on the screen are the 5 people and the numbers for who they have in the draw. So, here we go. Who's going to be the first one? The first one is number 2. And number 2 is... Number two is Laurel McHargue. Is that the right pronunciation, Laurel? I don't know. Anyway, there's your profile pic on the screen. One thing you've got to remember is I am rubbish at pronunciation. So, filling out a sheet, or I filled it out for her, one sheet, actually sent all the information in. So please remember, send enough information in so then we can do a decent feature. Laurel McHargue. Laurel is an author and a podcast host, age over 21, as we all are. She lives in Salida, Colorado, USA, and she can see the Sawatch mountain range. Going to be totally wrong. And on the screen there is a view from her deck. So she lives in Salida, Colorado. So what's the maps for? So what I'm going to do as we go through this is I'm going to put pins in for where people actually live, and I'll show you, be putting the pins in later. So Salida, Colorado is going to go in the United States of America. Because quite a lot of members of the Jigsaw Chill Zone are from either the UK or the USA, I've also got the UK's map and a US map. Now if any other countries get multiple candidates for the Puzzle Completions gang, I'll get a map for them. But for now we've got the UK and the US. And I'll also, and I don't know where it is, so I'll do it later, I'll also put a pin in for Laurel there as well. We'll also have a league table where the people from different countries, and that'll be an entry for their country. So at the moment, the US is on top of the table. It's got one person who's been in the Puzzle Completions gang. So, over about the puzzle. So the puzzle was called Coastal Escape. It's by Seco, and it was 2,000 pieces, and I believe this was Laurel's first ever puzzle. So how long did it take her to complete the puzzle? 3 weeks of mornings, and she did it by herself. And there's a lovely picture of Laurel with the completed puzzle. Laurel says any difficult parts, the sky, the stone wall, the walkway and the flowers were all quite challenging. She says the puzzle's going to be a keeper and do it another day or for even another pandemic. Alas, time will tell on that one, Laurel. So, yes, this is amazing what Laurel's done, but very interestingly, following the completion of this puzzle, her first puzzle, as I said, she's written a book in collaboration with a counsellor friend of hers called Nadine Collier about the lessons she learned from the challenge of carrying out the puzzle. The book is to be called Piece by Piece, 10 Lessons from a Jigsaw Puzzle, and it will be available from Kindle, and it is also now available to pre-order, so I'll put the link in the description. Once it gets past the date where the puzzle's released, I'll change the link to the actual link where you can purchase that book from Laurel. She says it's due for full release on the 7th of September 2020, and then along with a paperback version also. It also includes a section that mentions our Facebook group. Laurel asked me to send her a little piece about myself and the completion of jigsaws, and there's a possibility that we may on this channel have an interview with Laurel at a later date, which would be very exciting. So there's Laurel McHargue, and she's in the Puzzles Completions gang. Okay, so on with number 2 and back to the beautiful Pirates bowl. Yeah, oh yeah. Right, less of him. No, less of him. So without looking, the next one is number 3. And number 3 is Mark Manning. There we go, and Mark actually is a moderator. So we have 3 moderators now, and Mark is one of them. We have Sarah and Dee. Lovely, thank you to all 3 of you for that. So, Mark Manning. There's his profile pic up on the screen. And Mark is from Sarasota, Florida, the USA. Look at that. Why can't I live somewhere like that? Okay. So, Mark's puzzle is Skyscraper C. Look at that. By Bagramians. 1,000 pieces. He says it took about 30 hours for 2 people to do. Now he says it was a very difficult, and ended up he used the 6 letter codes on the back, A to F. And if it hadn't been for codes, it'd have taken him many months for him to complete it. Even after dividing it into the sections, it was still difficult and took a full 2 days. This picture on screen, Mark posted on the Facebook group asking what he should do now. Beats me, I thought. Look at the state of that. So he sorted it with the letters. Anyway, we're going to try a little feature now, which would be nice to do quite regularly. By, if you guys, when you're doing a puzzle, take quite regular photographs of it, and then we'll try do a little time-lapse feature. Nice one, Mark. The music behind that was from episode 3B called Sweet Delight, written by myself. I think we'll call that like a tiny chill feature. Because coming up we've got mini chills using jigsaws for kids. They'll be a little bit shorter, not quite as long and boring. Maybe you'd want them mine as short as what Mark's was. Anyway, it's a nice effect. But also, did you notice in there, I did, the nice feet? If you didn't see them, have a look. Yeah. Right, so that's Mark on the puzzle completions gang. Okay, let's have another one. Okay, draw number 3, and off we go again. And this one is number 5. Who's number 5? Number 5. Ah, right. This one is Simona C. There's a profile picture. Her actual surname, and she wouldn't tell me how to pronounce it, so thank you, is Buzinskate. Buzinskate. Okay. Her age, I think it's here somewhere. I'm sure she said she was 72. Yeah, I think 72 sounds about right. She comes from Belfast. There's a picture of the Titanic Museum. The county is County Antrim in Northern Ireland, which is part of the UK, because that's where the Titanic was built. The puzzle that she did was called Romance on the River, painted by Lilia Botenko. It's a Gibson, 1,000 pieces, and she says it took her about 5 hours to do. Difficulty 4 out of 10, she says. Now, we've got a new feature announcement. This is going to be called Prolific Puzzler. And I think a prolific puzzler will get a different coloured flag on the maps. So, this is for anyone who does loads of puzzles and basically just wants to show off. So here's Simona's that she's done since mid-July. So when you see all these, it's quite amazing. So here we go again. Run VT. Loads of puzzles. Millions of them. Oh yeah, we're back. Yeah, that was really relaxing. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, she did about them 36. Sorry, that she did those 38 puzzles in about 3 hours. Something like that. Anyway, whatever she did, it's amazing because there's 38 puzzles there. To do it in that time is definitely prolific puzzler. So, on with the maps. So, number one, we had Laurel McHargue. I'm sorry if I'm getting your pronunciation wrong, Laurel. So, Laurel comes from Salida, Colorado. So, Salida, Colorado is very hard to find. Yeah. Can I find it on here? Salida, Colorado. Can you tell this is first one? Yeah. Colorado. Not very good with America. That's Salida. Look at that. Yeah. Beginner's luck. So using that one, it's just up, I think it's just above Mexico. Colorado. There he is. And in goes Laurel. Yeah, couldn't see any gaps in that presentation. Number two, we had Mark Manning in Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota, Florida. Florida's somewhere over there. So just down from Tampa, Sarasota. There's Mark. And on the big one, just down from Tampa, a little bit sticking out. There we have two for the US. Number three, Simona. She comes from Belfast, United Kingdom. And Belfast is up there. And I'm going to do Simona in green because she's a prolific puzzler. And in her honour, all prolific puzzlers from now on are going to be green. Islands colours. And the United Kingdom. And here we have Belfast. Quite helpfully, they've made it a big red dot. And there we go. So the league table will show the USA on top with 2, Northern Ireland with 1. Could work that, could it? Oh yeah, really good, yeah. So, that's all for today. Sorry it's been a little bit longer because of the housekeeping. Please leave YouTube comments and let me know how you think it's done. Smash like and subscribe, as the kids might say, and apply to be a Jigsaw Chill Zone Facebook member. But hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, enjoy.